What does it mean to be spiritual? We see a lot in Scripture, especially in the New Testament, that we are called to be Spirit-led. Worshippers of God in the Spirit, not the flesh, bearing the fruit of the spiritual, not manifesting the works of the flesh. It sounds like as believers in Jesus, we are called to be the most spiritual people around. But what does that even mean? Let's talk about it. A lot of people think being spiritual means that you're walking around glowing orange with inflamed chakras, hippy-dippy types who astral project and do drugs that make light beams shoot out of their foreheads and talk to aliens. That stuff I would classify as more supernatural than spiritual, maybe even demonic. Ironically, that stuff I just mentioned is quite carnal if you really get down to it, full of spiritual perversions that bring the attention back to the worldly things rather than the spiritual things. So what is it then to be spiritual if not the chakras? Well, to be discussing something in the spiritual is to focus or bring attention to the spirit. The spirit, as is to say, the deepest, most inner workings of a being. Most spirituality, which isn't spirituality, focuses on the self, the soul, and the natural. It never goes any deeper, reaching into the spirit, which is deeper than the soul. To put it in a way, a lot of this surface level spirituality considers the hows, the whats, and the whys of any given thing or situation, whereas true spirituality speaks to the who of any given thing or situation. And that who is God. The innermost spirit layer of all things belongs to God, that He made all things through Himself, for Himself, by Himself, for His goodwill and pleasure. The confusing part is that the relationship between the carnal and the spiritual things always run parallel. It's two true things happening at once. God hardened Pharaoh's heart, Pharaoh hardened his heart. God demonstrated His anger with the Israelites, the Assyrians defeated the Israelites. Peter tries to stop Jesus from being arrested, Jesus rebukes him and calls him Satan for his efforts. A word picture that might help. Imagine if I slapped you in the face. You'd probably want to beat the snot out of me. You probably wouldn't blame my hand, but instead you'd blame me. Similarly, everything in creation is some form of God's hand, and if that hand happens to slap you, your beef is with God, not His hand. There is always the carnal and the spiritual happening simultaneously, and we are called to be the spiritual people of this all-powerful God. The spiritual person walks with this dual understanding. Someone buys you dinner, God just bought you dinner. Someone asks you for money, God is asking you for money. Someone steals your bike, God is telling you it's time to start taking the bus. Talk about a spiritual awakening.